Greetings and welcome back to my channel. It's another Monday and another JoeLumb album review. For the last 2 weeks I reviewed the first two Led Zeppelin albums. Today I continue with Led Zeppelin 3. As always, when you're done watching this video, please feel free to check out my album review playlist where you can find the link before each video. Subscribe to my channel, smash the like button, and click the notification bell, and when you see a new video you can just check it out yourself. The third Led Zeppelin album showed a progression from straightforward rock towards folk and acoustic music. While the hard rock influences remained present with songs such as the Immigrant Song, acoustic-based material like Gallows Pole and That's the Way showed Led Zeppelin were capable of playing different styles successfully. The band themselves wrote most of the material, but as with the two previous albums, include two songs that were reinterpretations of earlier works. Gallows Pole was based on a traditional English folk song by way of American singer Fred Gerlach. And Hats Off to Roy Harper is a reworking of a blues song by Booker White. The acoustic material was developed from a songwriting session between Jimmy Page and Robert Plant at Bron Aryer Cottage in Wales, which influenced the musical direction for what will become Led Zeppelin 3. The first recording session for 3 took place a month after the release of Led Zeppelin 2 at London's Olympic Studios. After preparing material for the album at Bronner Ayre Cottage in Wales, Page and Plant met with John Bonham and John Paul Jones at Headley Grange, a mansion in East Hampshire, to rehearse the songs. The rural atmosphere gave a relaxed feel to the sessions, and the band found it to be a more enjoyable environment in which to develop songs than a studio in the city. The album was recorded between May and August of 1970 at Headley Grange, which happens to be the Rolling Stones' mobile studio, and at Olympic Studios, with further recording at Island Records, Island Studios in Notting Hill the following month. Mixing took place at Ardent Studios in Memphis, Tennessee, USA in August of '70, partway through the group's 6th American concert tour. Taking a look at the track listing now, Immigrant Song, written by Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, clocks in at 2:26. Page and Plant also wrote Friends, clocking in at 3:55. Celebration Day, that Page and Plant wrote along with John Paul Jones, clocks in at 3:29. Page, Plant, and Jones also wrote Since I've Been Loving You, clocking in at 7:25. Out on the Tiles, written by Page, Plant, and John Bonham, clocks in at 4:04. A traditional song, arrangements by Page and Plant, called Gallows Pole, clocks in at 4:58. Tangerine, solely written by Jimmy Page, clocks in at 3:12. That's the Way, written by Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, clocks in at 5:38. Bronner Ayre Stomp, written by Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, and John Paul Jones, clocks in at 4:20. And Hats Off to Roy Harper, which was a traditional song with arrangements by Charles Obscure, clocks in at 3:41. Led Zeppelin 3 was released worldwide on October 5th, 1970. It was one of the most anticipated albums of the year, becoming an immediate commercial success upon its release, topping the charts in both the US and the UK. Since Led Zeppelin 3 was released, it went 6 times platinum in the United States and platinum in the United Kingdom. Overall rating for this record is a 75 out of 100. While I have deep appreciation for them going down the folk and acoustic rock route, this album was not at the level as was the first two Led Zeppelin releases. The band's expanded musical boundaries were greeted warmly by some, but they were being accused of imitating the music of Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, in which Jimmy Page himself disputed that. All that negative press affected Jimmy so much that he didn't give an interview to the press for the next 18 months. I thought it was one of the lowest out of the first 3 Led Zeppelin records, in my opinion. This has been JoeLumb's album review for this Monday.
Non